Guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Serein, and today's video is actually filmed over a week ago for Drugstore Week, but I've decided to edit it anyways and put it up because I owe it to you guys, and I want to be honest, and I was kind of hesitant to put this video up because I really was not happy with the makeup products, especially the eye products on my eyes. I need to be honest, and I think a lot of you guys wanted to see it. I wanted to do this intro to kind of give you an FYI and update you guys on my thoughts when I filmed this video. And if you don't want to hear my thoughts, you just want to get to the video, I will put this timestamp right here, right now, and you can skip ahead. I was on my way to go visit my mom, and I thought, what a great way to play with some makeup, film myself getting ready using all E.L.F brushes and makeup, and then go and hang out with my mom. It's always an emotional time for me to go and see my mom. It started off pretty good, and then I got to the eye makeup portion, and I was just so upset at how awful the eye makeup looked. I took it off, I tried it again, and it just looked awful. I was really unhappy with it, and as I was trying to make it work, it was just making me feel even worse about what I was having to deal with later on. So part of it is that the makeup did not perform up to my standards. It does not perform up to even like workability standards. I was feeling really stressed and emotional and just bad. And for me, makeup should make me feel better. It should make me feel and look beautiful and have fun with it. It shouldn't cause you stress. Makeup should be fun, period. My channel is called Dress Yourself Happier, or was, because it should make you happy, and it was not making me happy. So after the tutorial, or after me getting ready with the E.L.F full face makeup, I completely just washed my face and went down to visit my mom with no makeup on because I felt better without anything than with the bad makeup on. There are a couple products that are very workable, but the rest of the stuff was kind of like meh, and some of it was just god awful. So I'm gonna move into the video now. So we're gonna flash back over a week, and here it is. I'm gonna try and do a whole complete makeup look using only E.L.F products, including tools. I have this sponge. Yeah, my face is clean. My skin's feeling pretty dull today, and I'm gonna use this Poreless face primer from E.L.F. Ooh, it looks very whipped and silicone-y. There's a little bit of like a menthol smell to this as well. Feels really nice, actually. It's very silky, very smoothing. If you have textural issues or enlarged pores, I think you might really like this primer. I'm going to use the E.L.F Flawless Finish Foundation. This has SPF 15, and I have the shade Sand. Comes in a pump with like a frosted glass, which is really nice. This giant sponge, I did dampen it. Let's see how this works. I feel like this sponge is a lot stiffer than the Beauty Blender. It's like in between the Beauty Blender and the Real Techniques complexion sponge. It feels a little foamy versus spongy, if that makes sense. But right now, I don't think it's doing anything weird with this foundation. It expanded a lot. Like, these were a lot smaller. It expanded more than any of my other sponges. Foundation's not bad. Natural looking, not matte, not luminous. It did an okay job at covering my redness and discoloration. Under eye concealer, I'm using this E.L.F concealer in light. I'm gonna use the medium sponge that this came with, or the little kit came with. I feel like this concealer isn't, like, it's pigmented when I make it go on, but it's not like, it didn't really do too much. And light is actually not very light. To try out this under eye brightening powder from them. It comes with a little brush, so I'll just set my foundation though, because I do want to set this. I feel like with that spot being covered, it's gonna move around. So I have this powder, which I bought. This is the translucent setting powder. It does come with a little puff, which is nice, but I'm gonna use this Kabuki brush I have. Like this powder, it's so finely milled that it doesn't look powdery whatsoever. This is kind of a mess though, but the powder's nice. Going in with brows, and this is their eyeliner and brow gel. I'm going to be using the Eyebrow Duo Brush. I think you can use this product for eyeliner or brows, but we'll see what happens. I actually really like this brush. I use it with my Wonder Brow. That's not bad. The brows surprised me. I really like this. It reminds me a little bit of the Anastasia brow pomade, but not as thick and not as heavy and dry. Next up, let's do some eyeshadow primer. This is the Shadow Lock Eyelid Primer. I do wish E.L.F. would label their things a little bit better. Couple different eyeshadow palettes from E.L.F. I think I'm gonna go in with Necessary Nudes because I think this is a better like everyday shade for me. Blending brush and apply this beigey shade all over my lid to kind of set the primer. This brush, which is the E.L.F, I don't know what this one's called, but it's kind of like a little dome brush. I use this deeper brown. I'm not sure how I feel about this quad. I mean, I can make it work, but it's not blending very well. And it's not evenly pigmented. That's pretty bad. This baked brown bonanza, I'm gonna use this golden shade all over the lid. It's making my eye look kind of muddy, actually. Okay, so this brown, this dark brown in this palette just kind of went everywhere and I couldn't control it, which made my eye look kind of crappy. You know what? I think I'm gonna have to just take it off. I don't like it. I'll have to start over on my eyes. Liked this beigey shade to set everything, so I am gonna use that shade and kind of just set the primer. I'm gonna go in with the little Bake Trio in brown bonanza still, and I'm going to use this shimmery shade with my ring finger and press that on the lid. See if that sticks. Not really. I have a hard time working with these shadows. They're not very pigmented and they're very powdery. I wonder if I should try it wet. Lonnie Make It Last spray. Yeah, no, it's not doing shiz. I'm gonna try and use this taupey shade for my crease. I'm kind of like given up on this. We're doing so well. I hate these eyeshadows. They're just not that good. Okay, I'm gonna go in with this shimmery shade here and hopefully like not mess this up anymore. They're just really not pigmented. I'm gonna be honest, these eyeshadows are just upsetting me now because I'm supposed to go visit my mom and I don't want to look like crap when I visit my mom because it's already hard enough emotionally. And we'll just move into eyeliner. This liquid eyeliner, oh, this is kind of a thick brush, so we'll see how this works. This eye, because it was so wet when I pulled it out of the thing, it's not a very exact line, but I think I can work with it. My left eye looks better than the right. Well, I spoke too soon because I screwed that up. The eyeliner is definitely like, you can do better for the price. Yeah, and it's kind of watery. Like, I'm pretty proficient at drawing a winged eyeliner and this is kind of a mess for me. Like now the wing is, well, the wing's pretty bad. Like the brush is too thick and wet and the formula is very, very wet. So I'm just gonna go in with mascara and see how this mascara works. I have the black, what is this? Volumizing one, I think. Curling my lashes with my lash curler. This is not from E.L.F. This is quite expensive. It's the Shu Uemura one. The mascara is kind of crap. Like, it does help me kind of lengthen them a little bit, but there's no volume to it, and I did buy the volumizing version. Not a fan of any of the eye makeup. Eye makeup, I would say pass. Let's move on to the face. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna use this palette, which is in St. Lucia, bronzer and a blush. I bought this brush recently. This is the contour brush from E.L.F. I feel like this helps you like draw lines, but I don't really know how to use it like to blend it out because it's not very much like a blending out brush. I'm gonna pull out this blending brush because I feel like this is a good idea and concept, but because it's so stiff, it doesn't blend the bronzer out very well, and if you have trouble like I do with dry spots, see, it just doesn't really help the situation. I'm gonna go in with the blush side. I really like this color, the blush and the bronzer. I think it's really pretty. I'm gonna try using this powder, which is their kind of like little pearly powders, and go like, oops. And I would go like this and use that to blend, because that usually helps with any of the blending that I can't get. I think if I was wearing a more hydrating primer and foundation, the bronzer wouldn't be so bad right here. This is that spot that I always have trouble with though. I really do like this blush and bronzer set. This is probably my favorite thing I've tried next to this brow wax pomade cream. I have this Moonlight highlight. Let me just swatch this. This is very dry and there's no pigmentation. Okay, that looks a little nicer. So I don't have a brush for this. My Real Techniques brush, this is their setting brush. It's alright. It's not great, but it's alright. These are way smoother and way more pigmented than the baked one. This lipstick in Touch of Berry. This lipstick, it's like a nice wash of color. It's pigmented but not overly pigmented, so super easy to wear, and you can kind of just like slap it on and blend it out. That like effortless kissed look. So I do like this lipstick quite a bit. Beautifully Bare satin lipstick. So that's everything that I'm playing with today. I feel like I'm not even gonna bother with a check-in or how everything wore, because I really don't like my makeup and I want to go wash my face off. I do have a couple products I do like, and that would be the Illuminating Palette with 4 of the illuminating powders. I think if you wanted something a little bit more affordable, this might work for you. I really like this blush and bronzer duo in Saint Lucia. I really like this brow and liner cream. This worked really well for my brows, and I bet you I could use it as an eyeliner way better than this liquid eyeliner. Foundation isn't bad. I would want to try this with a hydrating primer versus the Poreless face primer, but if you have like combination oily skin or textured skin and you don't have dryness issues, I think you would like this Poreless face primer. It's very much a silicone feeling primer. The under eye setting powder was quite nice, but I would want to try it out with a different concealer to make sure. The brushes are good. I really like this blending brush and these eyeshadow brushes, and very much love the brow duo. This powder was really lovely, but very messy, but very lovely. It's very finely milled. Lipsticks are good, especially this one that I was wearing, and this is from the Beautifully Bare collection. It's a satin lipstick, so it's not gonna be ultra pigmented. And the shade I'm wearing is Touch of Berry. So I hope you guys enjoyed the very brutally honest trying new makeup. I washed my face after, so I didn't even try to see how any of it wore. Not trying to bash E.L.F. E.L.F. makes some really good products, but they also make some really mediocre products. If you are on a budget, this is not something I'm saying like you have to spend more money on. I'm saying let's compare this apples to apples. If you're trying to buy a full face of affordable makeup, certain things you can definitely pick up from E.L.F. It's gonna wear well, it's gonna look good, but some of the things you should probably just spend a little bit more at the drugstore. And I recommend for eyeshadows, the CoverGirl True Nakeds palette is amazing. The Sonia Kashuk Mattes palette, I know it's like almost $20, but that palette I reach for more than my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. I really like Wet n Wild eyeshadow trios. Those are phenomenal. Walking on Eggshells is one of my all-time favorite. There's a lot of options out there at the drugstore that's still affordable and workable. Like even the Maybelline eyeshadow palettes, which can be hit or miss because not all of it is evenly pigmented, are easier to work with than the E.L.F. ones. And then in terms of highlight, I really think Milani is killing it in the highlight department for drugstore. Pick and choose what you decide to purchase, not just because of the hype or not just because it's convenient or not just because of the price. Like really value your dollar and make sure it's giving you what you want and making you feel and look your best. No matter what your budget is, I always encourage you to use products that make you feel and look your best. If anything, I hope my video helped motivate and inspire you to look and feel your best from the outside in. I know when I look and feel my best, I'm just a lot more capable at dealing with life, and unfortunately this time around, it didn't help with that. that. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Turn on that notification button so you know that whenever I have a new video, which is 5 times a week, every Sunday through Thursday, there are new videos here on my channel. I also have a vlog channel, I have a podcast, and I have a blog with an exclusive newsletter that goes out with giveaways and exclusive content. All of that information, as well as my social media, will be linked in the description box below. And until next time, I will see you guys right back here on my channel, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye!